All right, welcome back here to the Xfinity Sports Report, your Colorado high school connection. Time to break down girls basketball at the 4A and 5A level. And to do that, we're joined by Kay Mauro, one of our fine announcers here at CET, and of course, works for a wide variety of outlets as well. All right, we're going to get right to it, and let's take a look at the Final Four in Class 4A. You see the four teams there. Broomfield, undefeated, taking on Valor Christian. Mesa Ridge, also undefeated, taking on the defending state champs in Pueblo South. And, you know, Mary Kay, Broomfield, they're at it again. Yeah. They have been the favorite all season long.
They really have, and you know, Mike Kroll does such a great job. He's got quite the system. You know, 20 years. He's a Broomfield grad. He bleeds blue, and this team really this year they're hungry. You think, wow, they've won 5 out of the last 7 state championships, but they haven't been there the past 2 years. They've been in the Final Four 7 of the last 8, but they are hungry. Bree Wilbur really leads the charge. They are so guard oriented. This team is very strong, very focused. And you don't get to be 26-0 without a good defense as well. And they are very tenacious. And really look for them to just, I feel that they're on a mission and they're looking really to dominate. They average 75 points a game and they're holding teams to less than like 35 points. So they've really got a lot of pieces. Lair, Chase, and also Kaiser, you know, they can hit the 3. So, you know, Mike's not short on help there.
Yeah, they are loaded. There's no question about that. 5 of the last 7 years, but haven't won it the last 2 years. It seems like an eternity to the folks up there in Broomfield. So Valor's going to get an opportunity at him, and we'll see how Valor does. Again, they only have the 3 losses on the season. Now, on the other side of the bracket, Mesa Ridge undefeated. What are your thoughts on the Grizzlies? Of course, everybody knows about Broomfield. What do we know about Mesa Ridge? You know,
Mesa Ridge, I think because Broomfield is so dominant, sometimes gets overshadowed coming out of the Colorado Springs Metro League. It's an undefeated team, and I had a chance to see the Grizzlies, and I think they've got all the pieces. They really do. They have 6 seniors, and they're led in the backcourt by Gabby Purnell. And this kid, she does a terrific job of seeing the court well, and if the bigs are covered, she's taking it to the rim or she's shooting the 3. She's got great help on the outside with Tiffany Jackson. And then let's not forget the sophomore, Kylie Shook. So she had 10 boards. She only had 4 points, but 10 boards. And then they've got also help with Rudd. So I think they've got a real full, solid team that I'm going to say it's going to be so interesting, that 4A final.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, no question. They have Jeff Beatty, their head coach, too. He's the best-dressed head coach in all of Colorado. They'll take on Pueblo South. Remember, the Colts, they're the defending state champs, led by Shannon Patterson, who has been absolutely terrific all season long. All right, let's go to Class 5A. Look at the matchups there, and boy, some good ones. Fossil Ridge taking on Grandview. Of course, Grandview's 2nd consecutive year. They're up in Boulder, and then Regis taking on Poudre. Let's begin with that Fossil Grandview game. You've seen both of these two teams, both Fossil led by Savannah Smith. She has been terrific.
Savannah Smith, she is the heart and soul of this squad. And she had 29 points, and you think, wow, so she's just a scorer. No, she had 6 steals against Dakota Ridge. And she's another one that, this team was uncertain. They lost 6 seniors. They lost a lot of important pieces. But she and Kylie Willer took it upon themselves to really pull this team through chemistry-wise. And Chad Saltz, their head coach, who you know from being with Matt Johansson on the boys' side, and again, they're all in their first Final Four. This team is looking to really forge ahead. And I think with Smith, they're going to be able to really control things against the Grandview. However, as soon as you say that's why it's going to be a really fun Final Four there, because Grandview's got, here they are, ranked number 2. They've only got 1 loss, and it's to the number 1 team, Regis. And I like what Josh Ulitsky has done over there. He lost some great seniors in Obanah and Edge, and now he comes back, and he's got a freshman sensation in Michaela Onuwari. Here's Onuwari, who had a double-double in the grade 8, and she averages 17 points a game. She's got help with seniors from Oblige and also Cunningham. I see them just, they get a lot of second chance points, and they're really focusing on that. So the boards are going to be tough. I'm probably going to say Grandview's going to win out on that, as good as Fossil Ridge is right now.
As for the other semifinal at Poudre, and again, there's 2 teams out of the Front Range League, not just out of the Front Range League, 2 teams out of FOCO. Fort Collins, that is quite a feat. Meanwhile, you know, you get Regis, and we all know about Regis. Nobody's come close to beating them here in the state of Colorado. How does Poudre get it done?
How did they get it done? It's got to be on the boards. It's got to be on the boards. But you know what? You have to pick your poison, because it's going to be tough whether you decide to defend the backcourt or the front court. I think Poudre's going to have a lot of trouble trying to cover the whole floor, because Regis is so complete. And these twin sisters, Ashley and Mackenzie McDaniel, they're really the anchors underneath. They do get a lot of help from other pieces to the puzzle, but what I like about Poudre is pretty much a no-quit team. They pride themselves on the glass, and you know, what can you say about Regis? Probably the most complete team since we've seen in the early 2000s and mid-2000s with Highlands Ranch and Thunder Ridge, is ranked as high as 3rd. They've dominated in the playoffs, beating teams by probably on an average 41 points.
41 points, that's right. I'm going to assume you're going to go with Regis as the 5A state champion. I'm going to go with Regis as the 5A state champion. Mary Kate, thanks so much. We'll see you up in Boulder next week.
I wanted to say one thing about 4A.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick an upset.
Okay.
I think I'm going to pick Mesa Ridge
over Broomfield.
It's 2 undefeated teams.
All right, I'm going to go opposite of her. Count me as a Broomfield guy in Class 4. All right, that's Mary Kay Mauro. We'll take a timeout. We'll get to the boys' action coming up next on XSR.